being in a situation where you're on top of a guy and risking that you go for an ankle lock and then he comes to the top and he gets 2 points for your submission attempt. So it's a really it really keeps a lot of people from even trying it, So if you had a way, you had a get out of jail free card kind of deal where you're pretty confident, over 80%, that once you sit back on that ankle lock, that if it fails, you can get back up, then all of a sudden the math starts to make sense. Oh man, I'm gonna go for this guy's ankle early. If it fails, I'll just come back up. I'll get my advantage, and then I have that in the bank. So that's what I'm gonna show you guys now is, how to recover from a poor ankle lock attempt. And this should be not the norm, but the exception, If you're dropping back and having to readjust your grip, like I just showed you, and having to use this, then you're not using a high IQ in your game. When it comes to tournament grappling, things like this need to be in the 80% success rate. And if they're not, then they should be your go-to moves, For a long time, toe holds were not high percentage for me. So I wouldn't go for them and get my back taken, you know what I mean, like from Barabola or something, because my percentage rate was so low, the risk reward wasn't there. So anyway, I'm here, I go for the straight ankle lock. He grabs my collar on either side, right? This is a big deal. Good for me, I'm on my side, right? Because if I was on my back, he'd already be standing up. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna reaffirm the grip and grab his pants. So I let go of the ankle, I grab his pants, and I'm posted on my elbow here. Now, he's gonna be trying to come up or coming up, right? But this time, I do a little stand up and base. When he goes to stand up, my leg pops out. There's no friction, right? He continues to stand, he's gonna get his 2 points, but I had that bottom leg. I try a little sloppy knee leg drag. It's not a high percentage finish from there, right? But what it does is I start to do it, is it forces him to defend. So when I get up, I'm not going right into his guard, and then I'm defending whatever guard he establishes. So just getting up and making a movement, getting him to react to that movement, keeps me on the offensive, keeps him on the defensive. Okay? And sometimes I do come up and get that leg drag. I do get it sometimes. But more important than it being like a flashy 2-part move is that I get up and I make him defend. Instead of getting up and resetting I went for it, I came back on the top, great. Oh crap, there's the other heel hook that's pretty deep. And now what am I doing? I'm defending his attack. Okay, all right, so this move is really hard to teach with a partner that's checked out. So he grabs my collar, I grab his collar for stability, right? And then he just sits there like this. And then I go to get out, and it's this isn't making sense, but in reality, he's gonna be coming up. So I stand up, I keep this leg, he starts to stand, keep this leg going.
Oh, nice.
Okay, that's the timing of the situation. This guy's coming up, trust me, this guy is 2 points, 2 points, 2 points, 2 points. Okay, any questions about that?
Is your top arm, when you grab his collar, are you stiff arming him?
Well, a slight bend in the elbow.
Okay,
right?
But you're still locked.
Because he could reverse arm bar me or something. So it's like a slight bend in the elbow. Like a dance move. Yeah. So, this is just a bit of I'm kind of using him for my balance. I'm using him for my balance. So here. And I'm gonna run this. I would like to be here with my grip, but that's not where we are. So I'm kind of shallow there, but at least I know when I do this, he's either gonna beat this knee back in or he's gonna step this leg over. I know one of those two things are about to happen, and so I kind of get into a nice little sequence while I got him reactive, so I'm putting pressure on him, not vice versa. All right, guys, let's try this. So this is, you get this down, the stand up and base isn't all the way up off my hand. It's elbow, combat base, and then up. If you can do it in one, that's great. You're way more athletic than I am, but learn it in steps. Okay, 1, 2, 3.